Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Sprout. So, we're picking back up where we left off, and our goal today, we're going to get into a really exciting mod, as well as start kind of setting up some infrastructure of a base. I've done a bit of planning and thinking, and I think I figured out where I want to set up our base at. And kind of the theme of it, I'm wanting to go with more of an open theme, more outdoorsy, instead of just having everything in buildings. We are still going to have a house and, buildings and stuff like that, but not, not everything is going to be confined to a building, okay? But let's go ahead, and there's a couple things that I want to get. Let me get a bit of wood here. I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to need way more wood than what I've got. I don't know why I thought I had enough wood to even begin this. By the way, I put, in our ability bottle, we now have haste and step assist stored inside of there. Because I figured we'd go ahead and put everything into that jar, and then we can freely switch them around, as we want. It also makes a really good way to store up levels, because then you can pull the levels back out of there and you get all the XP back. So, anyways, I'm going to head to the village and get a bit of wood, and we're going to craft up a couple things, because today we are going to start mine colonies. I was doing some thinking, and I think that's the route I want to take. Instead of gunning, for power or something like that, for example, with Ender IO, I don't know if we can even craft, yeah, we can actually craft the generators, but instead of gunning for power, I think for the early game, I'm actually going to use mine colonies for a lot of our resources. I do believe. I did notice there's some things that we can't actually craft from mine colonies. I don't know if it's gathered from scavenging. Like, for example, the miner is one of those things. Yeah, there's a ton of wood here. Most of it's in the form of wood planks, and I don't believe I'll be able to utilize that. I believe I actually need straight up wood blocks, but we'll see. If worse comes to worse, I mean, I can go mine. I can go gather a bit of wood and stuff. That's not a problem. Just gonna throw all this stuff into there for right now. And let me get out my portable crafting table. And I think the first thing that we're going to make to get ourselves started is going to be... There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can either do the supply ship chest, or you can do the supply camp chest. Now, we've got a body of water, but it's like way over here. Because it does have to be a fairly large size body of water, big enough for a big ship. I think we're going to go with the supply camp chest. It fits our theme a bit more. So for this, we're just going to need 5 oak wood chests. And I believe I can turn these into, yep, standard chests. And then if we just craft this, there we go, supply camp chest. Very cheap to craft. And I'm very happy to see that the mine colonies stuff, getting started and whatnot with the mod isn't really changed all that much, which is great. I believe, let's see. And it's nice because we have a Slayer's Guild right there. We have a village right over there. And it's actually a really nice place to set up. And with that mountain right there, that's going to be our primary base. And it's going to connect onto the village, I believe. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to set our supply camp down, requiring at least 16 by 17. This is the size that we want, but I'm going to need... basically all the way to here, flat. Okay. That shouldn't be a problem. I got a little bit of dirt. And then once we get this set down, we can get really started with mine colonies. And it's actually a very powerful mod. It's a lot of fun. If you guys haven't played with it, it's fairly newer. And it's a lot like if you've ever played with, like in 1.7, the Ancient Warfare mod. It's a lot like that. It's a whole lot like Ancient Warfare. There we go. Finally got it placed. Okay, and so this is we got the achievement, A New Start. And I can't look at achievements on here. But basically that's for setting up our first little township. Or, starting the road towards making our first township. So they're going to give us a town hall and a building tool. Awesome. Those are like the 2 key things that you need. And we've kind of got this nice little starting area we could actually set up in and live in and everything. A little bit of hay. We've got a bed and some bookcases. And a nice little place to smelt our stuff and store some stuff. Okay. And that's not actually part of the town. That's just basically a little place for us to call home temporarily. You know, I might put a fence on, or a gate on here, and we could actually kind of live here somewhat. Only thing is the bed. I mean, mobs could easily keep me from sleeping. And one thing I meant to do is let's go ahead and set our difficulty up to hard. And we'll go ahead and lock that in. That's another really nice feature of 1.10 that I love, is being able to lock in difficulty. Alright, so now we need to set up our town hall, and this is going to be the center of our town. And I believe I can always clear out a lot of this stuff. We've got a chasm like right here. My goal is to do like as little terraforming as possible, just to kind of keep the natural feel of the land and everything. But I think our town hall is going to sit right here, right inside this area. So let's go ahead and get our builder's wand. This is the proper way. Did we get... Oh no, I thought that was an ender lily seed. What we're going to do is we're just going to right click it, and we can tab through. Really the only thing we have right now to build is the town hall. We can also do decorations, but we're not going to do that right now. And what we're going to be looking at, this is the maximum size. And I don't think I want to go with sandstone. It doesn't match very well, neither does mesa. We're going to go for a wooden town hall. And we're going to go ahead and set it to level 5 so we can see what it would look like if it was full size. And that's how the town hall looks. And I like the way that the little... Actually, I like this placement fairly well. I believe, though, that this is the front entrance. And this is like a back exit. Let's see. No, this is actually windows. That's why the flower pots are here. Yeah, so we're going to have to turn this around. Let me actually come up here so we have a better vantage point. And you can hit escape at any time to get in and out of there, and then just right click it. Let's go ahead and rotate that, and we're going to shift it over, shift it forward. Let's go ahead and bring it up by, I think by 1. Let's see. I just want to get the placement right for the maximum size. Yeah, this would be right. Okay, there is a staircase. Yeah, so we're going to actually set it right here. So we'll have the staircase right there. And that's what our full-size town hall would look like once it's all done. And I'll have to do a little bit of landscaping back here. Basically raise the ground a little bit. That's not a problem. That's minor stuff. I just don't want to have to like tear up too much of the land. But yeah, I like that. And I like the way that the it's kind of raised around it, because then we could have pathways that kind of work their way around behind the town hall. Now we are going to have to landscape this a bit, clean up that chasm and little things like that, and do a lot of deforestation. But for starting purposes, this is great, because then the town hall is going to leave, and then there's going to be a walkway that comes up through here. Yeah, I believe that's good. I believe that's where I want it. So it might overlap a little bit, but I don't mind if the borders overlap a little bit with where I live, because I kind of want the town and my house to kind of link together. You know, I don't want them to feel distant. And then I believe we'll have the Slayers Guild kind of back in behind us a little ways. So if we come up here, yeah, we'll kind of have the Slayers Guild as kind of a backdrop behind our town. And that'll be perfect. Let's go ahead. We're going to hit check mark. And there we go. We founded our first colony. And we have this nice little under construction bars. And if we, there we go, right click on it. Right now we have nobody living here. You can say unemployed builders, deliverymen. This is your citizens and what they're doing. Right now we can have up to 4 citizens, but we can expand that. And we can add player permissions, citizens, housing assignments. I'm going to leave that as automatic for right now, and we'll probably change it later on. Alright, so we got our first villager. We got Aurora G. Chown. Let's see. She has strength of 3, endurance of 4, charisma of 2, intelligence 3, dex of 3. Okay, that's fine. But let's go ahead now. The next thing I want to do is make a builder's hut and a citizen's hut. Citizen's hut is the building tool, torch, and some planks. And then the builder's hut is the building tool, a door, and planks. Alright. So let's go ahead. We'll get a door. Don't I have any torches on me, really?
Good enough, eh?
Nope, not good enough. They do talk to you and stuff. Oh, we got two girls living with us now. Ruth R. Barber. And I believe that's going to be, I think that's the most we're going to get without actually building out our village a little bit. I'm going to have to clean up this lava. With our whole town being probably made out of wood, that lava's going to have to go pretty quickly. Let me see if I can get a piece of coal. I know there's a couple little mining deposits nearby. I think this might be one. No, this isn't one. This is a nice little, like, natural fountain, though. What is that? Oh, a werecat. I hate these things. They're actually, like, pretty resilient. And, of course, they would spawn where I'm trying to call home. Nope. Nope. You're not gonna escape. Okay. I'll see if we can find some coal real quick. I've got a bunch of it at the house. I just gotta move my chests up here in just a minute. I'm just trying to get kind of a forward base started for us. Let me throw some of this stuff into here. I've got all these plants and junk. There we go, Citizen's Hut. And then we'll get our Builder's Hut. And these are like the two key things you want to get made. First up, oh, we have 4 unemployed people. So there's 2 others that came in. Bartholomew K. Grafton and Allison H. Crabam. Okay. Yeah, there's our Allison H.
I serve with pleasure.
Okay, well, let's see about our Builder's Hut. And if we put it down right there, let's go ahead and get our building tool. And... No! I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that at all. Okay. I want to do the builder's hut, and we're going to do it out of probably wood, honestly. Yeah, because stone... I don't really like the stone. It's too gray, you know. So let's go with the wooden one. That's what the wooden one would look like. I think it's much better because it has more contrast. The builder's hut, I am going to move this. Let's see. Okay, there's where our borders are. Those golden blocks, or those diamond blocks, I mean. This is the borders of our village. So I kind of want to get an idea of what we're working with here. Basically, that's right on the... I do like having this right by us. Because once we get into astral sorcery, you'll see why. Okay, and it goes down to there, which is fine because we can always do some stuff down there. I'm curious about this chasm more than anything. Yeah, it looks like it's way out there. You actually have a very large area to work with. And then we have a little bit of waterfront stuff. Okay, that's great. That is great. I guess I actually could have put the boat out there, but that's okay. I can always build one if I want to. It's under decorations. And for my mountain, it actually takes up a bit back on the mountain. That's fine because I can actually utilize that stuff. Oh no. I actually have a quest for these guys, so I'm going to kill them all off real quick. Level 2. Sword. Biker jackets. Okay, I'm just going to throw all this stuff in here for now. Okay, so our builder's hut. Let's put it... I don't want it right... That's going to have to go quick. I think, like, right over here is going to be, like, an industrial area, maybe. Which I don't know if we'll leave this long term, but for right now, That'll be fine. Let me see. Okay, what if we put it like right here? This would be the entrance. And let's scoot it back a bit. To the right. And let's actually drop it down by 1. Okay, so that would be... Let's go ahead and bring it back just a little bit here. At least kind of have these fences sort of line up. And... yeah, I like this, because then it would be kind of like a little industrial area. This is where the builder works. Yeah, I actually like that right there. And we'll have to build roads and stuff, because they actually get a speed boost if they walk on certain types of materials. So, yeah, we're going to say there's the builder's place. I'll have to clean all that up, but that's fine. It's very minor. I want to do very minor changes to the landscape. Okay, so we got the builder's hut, and then I'm going to want to get... And I'll tell you what, let me assign somebody to work over here. Aurora... Okay, Aurora G. Chown is working here right now. She has 3 strength, 4 endurance, 2 charisma, intelligence. Okay, and then what we can do is we can have her build a building. Now, I want her to focus first, I think, on the citizen's hut. No, I want the builder's hut actually done first, I think. So we're going to say build building. And so she has started building now. Right now, she's just going to clear out the area. And we can actually right-click her and see her inventory. See she's got, like, seeds and stuff. She needs a shovel of a maximum grade of wood or gold. Okay. Let's, so can I even make... wooden shovels? I don't know. No, I cannot. Okay, then I'm going to have to go get you some gold, I guess. Let me run down to my base. I'm going to move some chests up here, and we'll set them up inside of our little temporary home. Because I feel like I want to go ahead and get moved out of the dungeon. It's nice, but I want to go ahead and start... I know, quit telling me that. I want to go ahead and start setting up our colony, which will be something... a bit more long-term than living inside of a dungeon. Okay, it actually crashed on me. That happens, in my experience, it's about every 30 minutes. I know I had some questions about that, and I know I've noticed that the mod author has made mention that... there was mention on the forums and stuff that it's kind of a known bug. It's something I think they're working on right now, so... but now, let's go ahead and get ourselves just one of these chest movers, wooden chest transporters. And we'll start moving some of our stuff up. I don't know if I have any shovels like what she's wanting. I don't think so. So let me just make a shovel real quick for her. Go. I know, you informed me before that you need things. And these are going to give you, like, mining fatigue and hunger and all that. But that's okay. It allows us to pick up a chest and move it in its entirety, which is great. I guess I could have grabbed some stuff and thrown it in my backpack, but eh. The nice thing is we're still going to be close to this place because I want to continue exploring this dungeon, like, floor by floor. And pulling stuff out of here, but our base, I think our location is good to use for this. And, you know, it's fairly close to a lot of key structures, which will be important. So let's go ahead, open up her inventory. I'm going to give her a golden shovel. So now she can get to work, because she's wanting to clear out this area, basically. And so there we go. She'll start kind of cleaning all this up. We can go around and pick up all this stuff if we want to. I'm assuming that's not going to catch on fire. It's kind of scary, actually. She needs 11 cobblestone now. Just going to set that chest right there. Those, unless you make the higher tier ones, those break after a single chest, but that's fine. Do I have any cobblestone in any of these chests? I want to say probably not. So I'm going to have to go over there and get some cobble. Okay. She's going to need a lot of cobble and a lot of wood and stuff to really get this structure built out. I went ahead and decided to make an iron chest transporter just because they have a bit more durability and the negative effects aren't nearly as bad. So, alright, we're going to give her that cobble and then she's going to get to work on setting this stuff up. I can actually see she's probably building. Where's she building at? She needs 27 dirt. Awesome. Okay, let me go get some dirt. And I'll tell you what, can I make a flint shovel by chance? There's actually some kind of a little structure here. Rotten flesh and bones. I'll probably just clean that up later on. It's like an older ruin. I'm trying to find some bird's nests right now to get some flint because I didn't bring any flint up with me. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm on my way. There you go. There's a bunch of dirt. Okay. So now she's going to start basically filling in all the ground. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead clean this stuff up. And she'll have to expand it later on. That's fine. Because the level 1 structures are a lot smaller than like the level 5s. You know, we're looking at the level 5s, but they will get a lot bigger. Okay, how many oak fences did she say she needed? 42 of them? Oh, okay. There you go, there's 48. You can hold on to those. There you go. And while she's doing that, I'm going to go... okay, now she needs oak wood planks. I swear, she's like so needy. So needy. So she's good on food and stuff right now. That's one thing we're going to have to get fairly quickly is food. Oh, she still needs more oak wood planks. Okay. There you go. And I'm going to go ahead and give you some oak wood. And chances are... yeah, she's starting to place that stuff. Chances are she's also going to need... yeah, there's oak wood. I knew she was about to ask for that. I'm going to go ahead and give her that as well. There's all I've got. Okay. Now she's starting to get to work. Yeah, there we go. Are you having issues here or what? Now she needs torches. 12 of them. That's perfect because I have just enough coal for you. And there we go, a construction worker. Haha. Okay, so this is done. This is what the bottom tier looks like. It's a lot different than the one we looked at in the, you know, in the viewing. Now I need to set up a citizen's house. So let's go figure out where we want to put this. And honestly, I'm thinking we'll probably put it next to, because the closer your houses are to your structures, I mean, the faster the citizens will get to work, you know, at the beginning of each day. Which is actually kind of important once we get a bit larger. Okay, she's level 1 now. Alright, but let's see. The citizen's hut, we want it to be alternative stone. What is that? If we had a level 5... don't really like that. Alternative wood. That I like a bit more. We've also got sandstone, mesa, stone, and wood. That's the wooden citizen's hut. I don't quite like that as much. I think I'm going to go with the alternative wood. I think it looks much better. And it doesn't really change the size requirement for these. Because these are still going to take up about the same amount of space. I think we're going to put this... this house will be... say right back here. And then we'll have like a path. I mean, I've got to readjust it and stuff. But we're going to go ahead and rotate it. That would be the main entrance, and we're going to go ahead and shift it. So if we set it up like right there, I mean, that's a good enough pathway size between all of our stuff. And we've got room back here for walls. So that's perfect. That is perfect. And we can add on to this, make them like a little garden behind it and stuff. If we... yeah, we're going to want it right like that. So we'll go ahead and set it up right there. And then what we can do is we can tell her to build the building. Okay, so she's going to come over here and start working on this building. And if the building's not done, that's when it has the under construction stuff around there. Of course, this one, the under construction, is gone because she's finished with that at the moment. Now, we can upgrade these. like right here. Okay. Now, while she's doing that, there's a couple other buildings that we need to get. Like I said, the mine... Oh, the mine is craftable. It's not the mine, it's the quarry isn't craftable. Neither is the forge. I don't know that those have been implemented, though. I haven't noticed anything, because I'm subscribed to the creator of the mod, and I watch all his videos whenever he releases them. Or not the only creator, but one of the main guys that does all the footage and stuff. Are you needing something, or no? 32 oak wood stairs. Awesome. Awesome. Well, you've pretty much taken all of my oak at the moment. Let me get just a little bit of this. And there you go. You can have all that back now. I am going to need to get more torches because I know she's going to ask for that. But the next things that I want to work on is I'd like to get, like, the bakery would be nice, the sawmill, the mine. Those two are pretty important. I think I can handle... I'll make you some oak wood fences. Just hold on. Yeah, I didn't bring any coal with me. Man. Okay. Okay, now she headed... she took off back to her house, which I believe right now they're all living at the town hall. There's not even a town hall there, but that's okay. Now she's going to head back to her job, and I'm actually going to have her living in that house right behind the thing, so... Okay, there you go. There's your stuff back. And how's she doing on hunger, by the way? She's actually okay. I'm going to go ahead and give her... Actually, I'll just give her a steak. There you go. You hold on to that steak. And these people, they're just hanging out right now because they don't have any jobs, but that's fine. Okay. So let me run back down. I'm going to get a few more resources. I need to get coal. And I also need to get... okay, I'll come back and take care of that. Okay, I've got most of the stuff moved over now, and let's go ahead. Do I have any oak wood at all? Anything? Because basically oak wood is going to be the primary thing that we're going to be using a lot of for our city building, but it looks like that's all the oak wood I have. I think the lumber mill is going to be our first course of action. So the next thing that I'm going to want to make is the sawmill and the mine. I think sawmill is the main priority at this point. Wooden axe or stone axe. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up this cobble that's here. Because I don't really want that fire pit there. I just don't trust it. I don't like having fire right next to wood. It just doesn't make me feel very safe at all. And we'll just make it out of cobblestone axe. There we go. And then the sawmill. That actually makes 2 sawmills if you make it out of stone axe. Okay. That works for me. Because we are going to want a couple of those. Because I think I'm going to have different types of wood for that. And I'm just going to go ahead and give her... I'll just give her all of those. That's fine. Okay. She's probably going to request torches in a minute as well. But alright, so the sawmill. Let's go ahead and get a place for that. And I'm probably going to keep it on the industrial section here. I do believe... And let's set it to wooden level 5 so we can get an idea of it. That's what the sawmill is going to look like. I like that a lot. Let's shift it. Is that the front or the back? That's the front. Okay. I'll go ahead and push it off in that direction because I am going to want trees planted. They're going to have trees planted. But the nice thing is they're not going to plant trees on their own. So I can make like nice little planter areas and then have them just basically keep replanting them. They'll replant, they won't plant on their own. Okay, I'm coming. Just chill out. Let me get a couple of these. I promise it'll be a little bit easier later on. Once we get like the warehouse and stuff and delivery men, things of that nature, it will make it a whole lot easier. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this down into the ground. And basically I want an area that it can move between, like a little road area. Yeah, actually I think I want it right here. In fact, because that'll be a big enough area that we can have the road run between them. And I have an idea, we'll have a mine back there, I think. Basically I just want like a full industrial quarter what did she say she needed? 3 glass panes? Okay. I'm gonna have to make some glass real quick. I don't even know if I have sand, in fact. I do not. Okay, let me go get some sand real quick. The nice thing is, though, once we get that sawmill up and going, we'll have wood production. Like, we can have them just automatically creating wood. And what I'll probably do is, like I said, just make some nice, like, planters for them to actually plant the stuff in. Of course, it would be a swamplands where there's, like, no sand. Oh, haha! Artifact. What do we have here? We got a haste 1 totem. Alright. Just hold on to that. There we go. Here's some sand. And I'm actually going to go ahead and grab just a little bit of this because we're going to need more glass. You know, this isn't the end of glass, so... There we go. That's cooking now. And... I'm also going to want to make a mine. Okay, so stone pickaxe again. That's fine. Let me go down into that little... Basically just cobblestone and dirt mine. Is more than anything, I think that's what this is. And we'll get a little bit of that stuff. The mine and the sawmill are major priorities. So, let's get our pickaxe. We'll get our mine. We'll get 2 of those. And we'll figure out where we want this to go. And I have a general idea, honestly. The mine's not as big of a priority. I don't mind mining the cobblestone, but honestly, I don't have a whole lot of wood around here. You know, I've got a bit over there, but I need oak specifically. I could plant some, granted, but I'll get you some, don't worry. Let's see, I think, yeah, it's just wooden, level 5. No, I don't want the sawmill, I want the mine. Level 5, there we go. So that's what the mine is going to look like at level 5. Of course, we're going to have to move it. Let me go. Our glass should be done. Yep. There you go. At least glass panes go a long ways. We're also going to want to get farmers pretty quick as well, but it'll be a whole lot easier once we have wood production going. There you go. Oh, that's like right up on the edge. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't... How much space do we have? It's actually not that bad, because I was planning on doing the walls right around the edge here. So if we have the mine right up against that, that's not really a problem. Let me see something, though. I believe that would be the front. Yeah. And then there'd be room between here. And I believe right there is where they actually dig, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do that as the mine. So there we go. And of course she's going to have to do a bunch of digging and cleaning that stuff up. But what is she needing right now? Oakwood planks. Yeah, I'm going to have to go get more oak. That's for sure. I'll tell you what, before I head out, let me go ahead and give her just a bunch of torches, because she's going to need them. I know that for a fact. She's going to start complaining about that soon. Looks like she's gotten, like, most of the wood part of it done, though. So, okay. I'm going to go out and gather just a little bit of oak wood, because we're going to need it for the lumber mill. And by the way, what's really cool about the builder is it actually, once it's, like, level 5, you know, for example, it ends up having like all kinds of blocks outside of it and stuff. Like it'll get different colors of clay, and actually the buildings look really, really cool. Especially once we get to the bakeries. Some of those are really neat. They did a really good job on those. If I recall correctly, I remember hearing they had like a build-off type thing for the bakeries. Like, and the best build went into the mod and stuff like that. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make some little planters, I think. Let me actually get a bit of cobblestone. I'm going to get it smelted. For right now, I'm going to make them out of stone. I may change that, you know, down the road. But for now, stone will work fine. I love how cobblestone's like a commodity that we need, like, so bad. Of course, I haven't really spent a whole lot of time, like, actually just sitting down and mining so far in this pack. But I figured we'd do kind of a different start. Instead of doing, like, the standard, let's go for power kind of thing, we're going to go for mine colonies. We're going to build ourselves a city and kind of build it up and focus on getting a house, getting situated. I mean, once we get the mine colonies up and going, then we'll turn our focus towards our house and stuff. Now she needs more oak wood. Are you serious? I'm gonna have to go out and mine some. You're like eating through all the resources. Or not, I don't know why I said mine some oak wood. I'm gonna go out and get some. Okay, there you go. There's your oak wood. She'll be done with that soon, I promise. And then, then we can actually work on the next bit. No, I want actual stone brick stairs. That's what I want. Just like that. That's enough to get a few planters. Because I'd like for it to... Cool, thanks. I'd like for the planters to look good and everything to kind of make sense as far as placement and stuff goes. She's got an inventory full of stuff. Now this has an inventory as well. So if you want to put additional resources, she can come here and she can check them. Basically, once we get the delivery men set up and stuff, that's going to come into play. The citizen and a roof over my head. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Right now, Aurora G. Chow lives here. And I believe it's only enough space for one citizen, isn't it? I think she's stingy. She doesn't want to live with anybody. Okay, well, I'm going to have her start building the lumber mill next. So there we go. Build the building. So we'll do our first planter right up here by the street. You know, because the road's going to run right in front of this. And then it's going to kind of come out and then around, like kind of curve. It's kind of what I'm seeing in my head. And that way, get a shovel and maximum grade of stone. Stone shovel, okay. Oh, by the way, she dumps all of her stuff that she doesn't need anymore into here. So now we can, you know, we can grab all this stuff or whatever. Yeah, it looks like she broke her golden shovel. There she goes. She's headed back to her new house. See, it's a lot closer. She can get back to work a whole lot quicker now. Instead of having to go all the way over to the town hall. Because that's a little bit far. Okay. So there's one planter. Then what I'll do is I'll come out like maybe 2 blocks and set up the next planter. So altogether there'll be like 4 blocks between each sapling. And then the trees will also be like behind this and stuff, which we'll get to that. I swear, like, this world, when you go to like clean up stuff, you realize just how like wild and like untamed the world is with all the plants and stuff. Like, it's great. Okay, she's already needing stuff. What do you know? Alrighty. That's actually a really easy one, as you can tell. Just a bit of wood and some torches and stuff. So now that that's done, I don't know if I want to have her work on the next house. Okay, that's our lumberjack that needs that. Let me go ahead and... I'm going to need some cobblestone. Let me get her crafting, working on the mining area, actually, for right now. We're going to have more houses, so they don't have to go quite so far, but that's okay. We'll get that in a minute. They can live at the town hall for a bit. And this is actually kind of cool. I don't know, did she find... Is she going for witchwood, really? I didn't know if they do modded trees or not. But she is. I don't know, I don't think she understands the witchwood. So I'm actually going to go ahead and mine this, get this all tore up real quick. Sounds like these, I wish I had an axe that cut down like the entire tree in one go. Okay, looks like my first tree just got planted. I don't know if she's... Looks like she's packing around that witchwood right now. She even get firewood. No, I don't... I don't want that planted there, but thank you, though. Oh, it looks like she's going for that birch right now. Okay, we can actually see her get to work. You'll notice, I mean, they go out a good ways from their lumber mill, and they will leave the town area and stuff. But once I have all the planters done, my goal is for them just to stay within the town and, you know, focus on the trees that are there. And as we get the lumber mill, or the lumber mill leveled up, I believe they can use better axes then. Because right now, you know, they're limited to like the stone ones. They're very, very slow. It's going to take her a long time to probably cut down this entire tree, I imagine. But if you take a look here, she was gathering that witchwood and stuff while I was cutting it down, so. And what's really, really cool, actually, is if you take a look, say she's got wood on her backpack now, because she's carrying wood. So just a neat little feature of the citizens and stuff. You can actually see them carrying the stuff and whatnot. Or at least in certain cases. She's back out there working on the birch tree right now. Oh man, it takes her forever to get that done. Oh, we got an oak tree here. You should come cut these down. Okay, she's working on the mine at the moment. It's got this nice little like hole in the ground. 27 oak fences. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay, so do we have... Is she still working? See, she's still working on that birch tree. Like, it is taking her forever to get through this birch. Well, it's actually a fair amount of birch, though, in her defense. Okay. And it will get faster, so it's not really a big concern. I'm just going to gather a bit of this then. Since she's off doing other stuff at the moment. I'm hoping that she'll get that tree over there. Like right there with all the wood. I was hoping she'd get that one first. So I wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, we're about to have our mine. And that'll be 3 of our villagers will have a job then. Or, you know, all 3 of our first villagers. We can get more villagers later on, so. What do you need? Oakwood planks. Now the miners do require a pickaxe and torches, by the way. Okay, we got a miner now. And so somebody should be coming over here to take that spot. I imagine they're going to request a stone pickaxe and then probably some torches. Because they are going to want to place torches as they descend into the mine. Oh, he's a burly looking miner too. Alright, so there you go, and there's you some torches. Get to work, buddy. And you'll notice he'll start kind of working down. I don't know if he requires a ladder. Why are you digging there? Oh, and he's also probably going to want a shovel, too, now that I think about it, so. My first sapling. Huh? What sapling do you speak of? Because I have no actual clue what you're talking about. I'm coming, Grafton. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and have her upgrade the builder's hut. Build request created. Yes, get to work. And here you go, Mr. Grafton. Yeah, see, he's already got 1 piece of cobblestone. I think our next goal is going to be actually working towards some upgrades, I think. Okay, she needs 59 cobblestone. Awesome, that's not like a small order or anything. You know, if it was like a normal pack, I would have so much cobblestone already, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, here you go. Okay, yeah, so he needs a ladder. I'm going to have to supply him with ladders. That's fine, I'll just make a bunch. He isn't going to go all that far down. So it's not like he's going to need a ton of ladders. I'll probably just turn like a stack of those sticks into ladders, and there you go. But he's going to wait till I get all this cobblestone mined up. Because I think going for upgrades should be next, and then we'll look into maybe getting warehouses. Because warehouses are going to help us out a lot too. And the bakery and the fields, you know, some of those things. But I really need cobblestone and wood production going, like, quick. Now she needs birchwood planks. Just so happens we have somebody mining birch, or farming birch. She's starting to get into a little bit more specialty type stuff now, like furnaces and, you know, different little building materials. Because basically, once this thing's done, they're going to have all kinds of building materials, like set up outside of here. I'm very curious as to where our lumber has gone off to. Oh, it looks like she's going to want spruce next. Yep. Spruce, actually, I don't know what I'm thinking. I've got spruce right here. Never mind. Thank you for the village. That village really helped us out getting started with this, honestly. 18 oak fences. Awesome. And then we'll go check out the mine in just a minute, I think, because I'm kind of curious to see how he's doing on that. I do believe we have like one person left that's unemployed. I don't know where they're at. They're probably just wondering about. And I have noticed it hasn't been crashing. It's mainly around that roguelike dungeon. When I start getting close to that in the village, I think is probably what it is. I can only assume. Oh, I can't enter through the back way anymore. Darn you. Okay, she is now done. This is now a tier 2 builder's hut. So now we can actually... We could upgrade these. I don't know... Our barber. Let's see how the mine's going. Oh yeah, he's doing some basic work. Let's take a look and see what he has in his inventory. Mainly cobblestone right now. That's mainly what he's working on, but that's fine. I need cobblestone, so you won't hear me complain about that. That's for sure. And I'll tell you what, we probably need to actually get the town hall built. So let me go ahead and have her start working on that. And then we'll probably start working on some tier 2 buildings. I don't know that we'll get to it this episode. That stuff will probably be next episode. I figure we're going to spend a couple episodes kind of getting our starting roots down. And we might actually do a little bit of exploration next episode as well, because we'll have, once we have our lumber really going and our mining really going, then we can kind of step away from the base. I don't know about chunk loaders. Actually, yeah, okay, we've got FTB utilities in here. And we can load 50 chunks. Okay, so that's perfect. We can load our like little village here. I'm not going to worry about it right this second, but whenever we actually step away... Oh, I didn't notice there was a little like eating area out there. Oh, there's our lumberjack. They are coming back from some extreme journey. Here, looks like. What do you have? Oak wood. Awesome. Okay, that's what I was hoping you would get. Now, chances are they're probably replacing all the trees that they've cut down with saplings. That's okay. I may go through and clean them up later once I have a larger amount of trees being grown right next to, like, right inside the town. But for right now, I'll let them kind of travel out and stuff. That's not a problem. I'll tell you what, we have one more villager right now. Let's get a farm up and going so we at least have some kind of food production that we can fall back on. Time to farm. That's right. It's time to farm. And I'm pretty sure our builder right now is clearing land for the town hall. So that's fine. Okay. So let's get this farm set up. And I'm not for sure where I want to put the farms, though. That's the only thing. Let's see. Farm. And we're probably going to make it out of wood, I believe. And let's go ahead and set it to the level 5. So that's what a level 5 wooden farm looks like. It's actually quite large. It's like a big barn, basically. If we look inside here... Oh, there's like little item frames and stuff. This is nifty. Now, this is the actual farm building. You actually have to put down farm plots, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong on that, though, so don't quote me on that just yet. And we got the achievement logs. What is this achievement? I'm getting like all kinds of just achievements from this. He's actually, or she's actually gotten quite a bit of wood over the course of this. He's steadily working his way through. Yeah, I've got a bit of planning to do to figure out where I want to put the farms. I don't know for sure, but I'll get that sorted, you know, figure out. Because once I start laying out roads, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on camera doing that, I don't think, unless you guys really want me to. But building out the roads between the buildings, it will help the villagers move a little bit quicker. I don't know if we're going to do stone bricks or you can do gravel. Either one does unless it's changed from the last time I played around with it, I believe it gives them a speed boost when they walk on it. So we'll have like roads running between the town, and I kind of want things to make sense. You know, I don't want like a mine to be in the middle of the city, because that wouldn't be the case. So I'm thinking like mines and farms and stuff like that on the outskirts, and we'll have like some houses on the outskirts, like where I have that one house right now. That's going to be like the builder's house, and later on we'll have like lumberjacks and stuff that live in there as well. But you know, then we'll have a lot of the houses in the center, the bakeries, the warehouses, stuff like that in the center of the town. Because I just want it all to make sense. I don't want things just wherever. I want to be very particular about it, because, I mean, we're going to be living right alongside this town, and it's going to be like the core of our base, I guess. Because we're going to live right up there and kind of overlook the town. We'll kind of be like the mayor of the town, so to speak. I need to go over here. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention, you can actually recall the worker. So I'm going to go ahead and recall him. I don't know what he's out doing. And he's determined to get back out there, though. Okay, I want that oak wood, because I need a ton of oak wood right now. I will say I'm going to need more houses fairly soon. But I'm actually going to aim to upgrade the house that we have first. Okay, I found our other villager. She's just out here in the swamps. I don't know what she's doing, but she's just hanging out here. She needs to be careful or she's going to get attacked by mobs. Anyways, I'm gathering up a bit more wood. I think she's quit requesting oak wood, so maybe she has enough now. But now she's wanting oak wood planks, like a ton of those. So, there we go. And I imagine she's probably going to want like slabs and all that mess too, but that's the town hall so far. It looks like, yeah, she's going to need more oak wood than that. That's fine. I'll go out and get more of that. I mean, our little village is starting to come together. I know we're getting fairly close to wrapping up point, but no, you don't take my shovel there. That should be enough oak wood planks to satisfy her needs for the time being. I'm basically just going to load this whole like area here. So villagers and stuff, if they're moving around and explosions are disabled, that'll be helpful. In case any creepers decide to come up in here. What's she requesting now? Out of curiosity. Probably more oak wood, I imagine. No, she needs 2 spruce doors. I've actually got 2 spruce doors somewhere. Probably in a chest somewhere. I've still got one more chest that I have to go get from the dungeon. But I am going to have to sort food out soon. Probably next episode we're going to set up farms for our stuff. Yeah, spruce doors. There we go. I will say, as you can probably tell, the town halls, getting those upgrades, like, or getting those, you know, those are your big builds that kind of like push your town into the next age, so to speak. What is this? It's like Animal Party down there. Okay, I'm gonna get a bit more wood here. I know we're getting fairly close to wrapping up point. I'd like to get this town hall done though before we end out the episode. Is kind of my goal. Okay, now she needs oak wood fences. Oh, there's tree frogs. And their poison abilities. Don't die. I haven't died yet in this pack. I don't want to start dying now. And I know this episode we've been cutting a lot, you know, because honestly I've been doing just a lot of mining. Or not mining, but, well, a little bit of mining and wood gathering and all that stuff this episode, so. Oh wow, it's starting to get the roof on there now. I imagine she's going to request, I don't know, probably oak wood slabs, it looks like. Yeah, you know, it actually has not crashed on me for quite a while. Like, since I've been just in the town and not going towards the village, basically, it hasn't crashed at all. And I've been on here for like an hour since then. Just kind of just gathering wood and stuff. So, it has something to do with that like, NPC town, I think, or something. I don't know. Alright, let's see how our miner is doing real quick. Oh yeah, he's dug out like a little area here. Oh man, he's actually getting a bit of cobblestone. Of course, he doesn't actually have to travel. My goal is our lumberjack shouldn't have to travel either, like long term. But I've got to get all the trees out of this area, except for the ones like in the controlled. I don't think there's any way to set the like minimize the size that they can cut down trees. I don't think. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll have to do a little bit of research because I played around with this mod like in a creative world a bit, but you know, as far as using it extensively, I have not used it too extensively. I'm kind of in the same boat with like Astral Sorcery and a couple of those. Wow, 124 oakwood stairs. Awesome. Alright, I'm working on it. You just give me a minute here. This town hall is expensive on wood. Like, expensive is an understatement. Like, you have to cut down like forests at this point. No, that's starting to look good, actually. Like, that's starting to look really, really good. Okay, she just needs 28 more oakwood stairs. Then she's going to need, like, decorative stuff for the inside, torches and things of that nature. So I'm going to have to get some of those. I think she's got, like, the torches and stuff that she needs to finish that out, but I'm not for sure what all she's going to request for that. I will say that between this episode and next, I am going to build quite a few more planters, probably. That's going to be my main goal, is planters, and I may do a little bit of road work. Nothing too crazy, but there you go. Get to work. I think she might... I don't know if she needs clay pots for this stage. I know later on they require, like, clay pots and all this, like, stuff. And I don't think this one actually requires any clay pots. So, like, basically... If you notice, whenever we upgrade the builder, she displayed like wool and glass and all this like different stuff outside, and eventually she displays like clay and stuff, and that kind of gives you an indicator of what you're going to be dealing with, like needing for the craft. She needs torches. Get to work. Finish what you've started. I really like the way this looks too. And I think once the roads are in place and stuff like that, next episode we'll get into like warehouses and bakeries and farms and stuff like that is my goal. Like, we'll continue upgrading. I think it'll be easier to get wood by next episode. There we go. We need a town hall. Aha. Awesome. Okay. Well, what are you trying to do? Oh, you're trying to mine this stuff, aren't you? Oh, I can't even mine that, so we're out of luck, I do believe. Not for sure what it would take to upgrade. Just out of curiosity. I know it's about wrapping up point, but we've got big projects today. Very big projects. I love this. It's so quaint right now. Like our little town. I mean, I hate the fact the town hall is so separate, but I'm planning for the future, so it's got to go over there. And it looks like she needs oakwood stairs, torches, oakwood planks, oak wood, oak fences, and cobblestone. Tell you what, for right now, I'm just going to go crazy with planting oak saplings, like over here, so we have like a small forest. And then later on, I'll just clean it up. Because I need so much oak, and I'm starting to run low on, like, places to go gather it easily. Okay, I've reached the stage where I'm starting to bone meal things. So, I need so much oak wood. Okay, now all we need is the oak wood stairs. Honestly, I forgot about this little feature right there. Now, if you recall, before, they didn't have to use all these oak wood steps and stuff all the time to put down roofs. And, of course, now we're going through them like crazy. Like, everything needs roofs, but everything looks a lot better now, too, though. That's one nice feature is as you level this stuff up, it starts looking so much better. And your town, you know, even once everything's, like, leveled up to tier 2, your town's going to look so much more vibrant. Worker level 4. Ooh. She is leveling up. Alright, the building is finished. Now he needs an iron pickaxe. And then I think it's going to be about wrapping up point. We actually have iron pickaxe made right here. Awesome. Now he's going to be able to mine, like, chimerite and stuff. Now, if I had fortune on the pick, it would, you know, it would take effect. But there we go. Chimerite. So now we're actually starting to get more precious stuff. I wish he'd hit like a vein of coal. Okay, what all does it need? Oh, we can actually upgrade. That's cheap to upgrade the lumber mill. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. I know I'm getting sidetracked. It comes with the territory. Now, see, I've almost got everything that I need to upgrade that lumber mill. Then I can give them a lot better... I mean, those axes, upgrading those axes is going to help out speed a lot. Which the lumber mill and the miner having both of those faster is kind of important, I feel like, at this point. Okay, yeah, we've got everything in there to upgrade that to a level 2. Oh, yeah, see, now we have, like, the wood cutting thing set up. Finished building. There we go. So now I can actually upgrade their axe. Instead of using those dinky little stone axes, we can use iron. There we go. Iron axe. We still have one unemployed villager. We're going to have to do something with them, but we'll get to that. Right, let me go ahead and recall worker. There you are. Guess what? You have a new axe, buddy. Where is he even going to try to... Looks like over by the village. Oh, gosh. He's probably not even, like, chunk loaded. Like, with how far he's going. He's definitely making the gathering of cobblestone so much easier. Okay, but I tell you what, I know it's about wrapping up point. I know it's past wrapping up point. So we're going to end it out here. I feel like we got a bit done. I mean, our village is really coming together. Of course, we got the house back there, and the town hall's finished. That's a big project in and of itself. And life is getting so much easier now. I'm going to try to get Bartholomew sorted and try to help him cut all the trees around this area so that he can focus on just the oak, you know, that's within this area here. That's kind of my goal, is just have him focused on this area. So, and between this episode and next, I'm going to be cutting down a lot of wood, honestly, and maybe doing a little bit of road work. We'll see. Try to clean up this a little bit. I don't know if I don't know when for sure I'm going to get to actually working on our house. Like right now, I'm just kind of working on the village, and when I'll get around to the walls and stuff, I'm not for sure. So we're just going to live in this camp for the time being. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I'm having a blast with Minecolony, as if you couldn't tell. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.